been wanting to do a social media detox for so long, and I finally took the time to do it, and it really did change my perspective on social media. I detoxed from Instagram and Facebook for 30 days, and it really did change my perspective on social media. From April 1st to April 30th, I detoxed from Instagram and from Facebook. Now, I was still on YouTube, I was still on Threads, and I was still on TikTok. I chose to keep these 3 social media apps because these 3 apps do not cause me any stress or anxiety, nor do I get stuck in the scroll. For YouTube, I usually just go onto YouTube for a specific reason. I'm going to look for something specific, and that keeps me from getting stuck on YouTube for a undetermined amount of time without any purpose. Same thing for Threads and TikTok. I, for some reason, just was never in the constant scroll of TikTok. I never really had that issue. It's very easy for me to go in and out of the app. I also use it kind of like YouTube, where I go on there for a specific reason. And same thing with Threads. I think Threads is just literally the new version of Twitter, and I loved Twitter back in when it first came out and it was really popular. Like literally just going on there and like just saying a random quote or just saying something random I feel like this is the funnest thing. Now, when it came to Instagram and Facebook, there was a lot of anxiety that circled around these 2 apps for me. Every time I got on them, I would either get stuck in the scroll, or I would see something that would be really upsetting to me, and I would over obsess, go down a rabbit hole, constantly be in the search, constantly be in the comments, constantly looking at specific accounts and things like that. It was not a good time for me, to the point where like I even like put a timer on the app to try and like help me minimize the feeling of negativity when it came to getting on Instagram, and to kind of separate myself. And even that didn't work. I think I even put it down to like as low as an hour on the app, and I would still have the same reaction to getting on the app and being on there and engaging. Making content and being on these apps is something that I really want to get into. I want to use social media to my benefit, especially for my businesses that I am getting into and starting up. So having that visceral reaction to getting on Instagram was not good for me, and I am very glad that I decided to take a break from it to really assess like if it was me or if it was the app. So when I was at first detoxing from the app, there were a couple hiccups because the notifications on my phone were still on. So I made some changes to that as well. One of the cool things that I love about technology is how you can really customize it to be beneficial for you. Notifications is one of the things that I immediately turn off or don't allow when I download a new app. I don't need constant notifications. I don't need constant alerts. If I have an app on my phone, there's a purpose of why I'm going into that app. So what do I need a notification for? So that is what I started to think about Instagram as, and I turned off the notifications for pretty much everything on the app except for messages. I get a notification on my phone for a message, but it is a silent notification, so it doesn't make a noise. Only reason I know it's there is it shows up in my notification bar. When I made that change, it also really helped me stay off the app, because the more people I would follow, the more people that would get into the little filter of me being notified when they post. I'm not sure how that algorithm works 100% for Instagram. I just know that the people that I would constantly watch their stories or constantly look at their page, I started to get notifications of when they would be posting or when they would be adding to their story. Now, most of the time it's no big deal, but especially when I was trying to stay off the app and not be on it without deleting it, I needed those notifications to go away. So turning them off and then only putting my notifications to pop up when I have a message was a game changer for me. I did not have to delete the app. I only accidentally went into the app 2 times in the 30 days. And when I say accidentally, it was literally like, the first time it happened, it was a muscle memory thing. Like I immediately swiped down on my phone and then like just clicked the app because I was clicking to clear my notifications. The second time it happened, what happened? Oh, there was a post that I really was something I was interested in, and it was another muscle memory thing. I just immediately clicked it, but then I immediately exited out the app. I didn't even see what the post was because as soon as I saw the Instagram logo coming up, I was like, oh, like I clicked it. I need to come out. And then there were still moments where I like felt myself have the urge to want to get onto something to scroll, just to mindlessly scroll on an app, or like I purposely wanted to watch people's stories. So there were moments like that where I just wanted to still get into the app, but I was just like, no, there's no need. You really don't need to go into the app. Like, it's fine. So I kind of just like took my time to like talk myself out of not going into the app. So I didn't fully delete the app. Facebook was actually a lot easier because I already was separating myself from Facebook. But now I feel like I can completely delete Facebook off of my phone and I don't need the app at all. Versus Instagram, I do want to go back into Instagram because like I said, I do want to use it for like business purposes and like building a following. So was I successful with my 30-day detox with getting over the anxiety that I had towards Instagram? I would say yes. I feel so much better about the app. Now, granted, I haven't gone back into it because literally I have 1 day left of being of my 30 days of going or being off the app. And at this moment, I feel no particular pull to it. I honestly I could go into the app and just post what I need to post and then get out. I do feel confident in being able to do that. I also feel confident in being like using one of those third-party websites where they post for you, so I wouldn't have to like physically go into Instagram to post, but I would still have to go into Instagram to engage. And I think that might be the next test of my will, because engaging causes me to have to not just like the post but also comment, so going into the comments and like seeing other people's comments and things like that. However, I did read a book this past month that really helped me with what I realized I was having anxiety about. And that has to do with knowing that other people are going to be judging the things that I post, watching me try and build my business, watching me make these decisions or post about something that maybe they never knew about or whatever. I've never thought of myself a person as like caring what other people think, but that's exactly what I was doing when I was being upset about or getting anxious about posting something and then thinking, oh, how are other people going to react to this? Really, I was caring about what other people think and worrying about them judging my posting or worrying about them judging what I'm going to do next or whatever I'm going to show on my post. And really, it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm posting something crazy. Like I would literally be posting something about my business, about my travel agent business, and like doing another business venture and going into something else. And like, I just never just thought that I would be that person to hold back, but I was clearly holding back from posting and like having those clear thoughts of like saying, well, dang, I'm going to post this and someone's going to see it and then they're going to ask questions and then they're going to wonder. And I'm just like, bro, like that's exactly what you were doing. And so getting past that hump and like getting past that moment has really helped me. Like I said, I read a book. It was a really good book, really exposing how I felt, exposing ways to get over it, exposing thoughts that I probably am having, and then giving me tools to get past those thoughts. So I really think, at least I feel right now, that I can go back into this space and use it to my advantage and use it for business is what's really what I want to use it for, to grow my content, to grow my YouTube channel, to make a second stream of income. The main thing that I'm going to change going forward is now I have a purpose for my social media apps. So I have a YouTube, I have Threads, I have TikTok, I have Instagram. And I had Facebook. Like I said, I am going to delete Facebook. I'm not going to use that anymore. Oh, and I have, did I say TikTok? Yes. YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Instagram. Yes. So those are 4 social media apps. Those are the ones I'm going to use, and each one is going to have a purpose. So giving each one a purpose, I think also helped me get over the anxiety that I was feeling around using the app. So YouTube has always been my outlet for long form videos, for talking about my lifestyle, showing myself traveling, showing myself doing a different venture, baking, whatever. So YouTube is my lifestyle space. Instagram used to be my lifestyle space, but then Instagram became very business oriented, which I love for Instagram, but I myself wasn't using it that way, and I was feeling compelled and even like pressured to make sure I was using Instagram in a way that only helped promote my business. And now how I feel about it is I don't have to. Like, who cares? My Instagram can literally just be me. And that's what I'm going to do. So now my main Instagram is literally just gonna be whatever I want to post. Who cares about what people have to say about what I'm posting, because that's what I want to use my Instagram as, just like my highlight reel for my life, and that's what I want to do. And I'm also going to have an Instagram for my travel business. So I've already started this Instagram. I started it prior to doing my detox, but I hadn't been using it, posting on it, and really diving into it. And now that I can like think of social media in this way of like, okay, this is the social media for my business, and this is how I'm going to grow this portion of my business, and then this is the social media for another part of my business, and this is how I'm going to grow this portion of my business. So giving them their own little buckets or content pillars or like focuses has really helped me feel better about using the apps and going on them for certain things. That way I can also like curate my feed. I can also like only be looking at the things that I want to be looking at and stuff like that. So those are the things that I'm going to change moving forward. I am going to keep my notifications off. I've noticed that, for example, I did this with my TikTok like right off the bat. And I also think that that's why I don't have a big like TikTok scrolling issue, is because I never have TikTok notifications on. So I only see comments and likes when I go into the app, and then I can go in and be like, oh, I got a comment from this person, I got a comment from that person. So I think it is important to make sure I do that though, because like I have to engage with people on my TikTok or on my Instagram or my YouTube. I have to engage with you, because that will grow my channel and that will in turn grow my next stream of income. So it's important for me to do that, but like keeping the notification off is also important, because I don't want it to interfere with my everyday life. I don't want it to be a pressure to make sure I get on, a pressure that I make sure I do certain things. I've also created a social media routine. So this is like literally a checklist of things that when I get on Instagram, I need to check my likes, I need to check my comments, I need to reply to any messages, I need to post something, and then I need to engage with the post. So it's a simple routine, but having it written out will also help me stay the course. It's going to help me keep my blinders up, make sure I'm not like wavering here and there, going and doing other things, and also planning out my content for my travel Instagram. So making sure I have a plan, I know how many posts I'm going to post, when I'm going to post the post, and what they're going to be about. That will also help me stick to routine and not venture off, not like get out there where I'm not supposed to be, if that makes sense. I am very excited about this plan going forward. I think I have a good grasp on it. I think I know, and I'm going to be able to follow where it's going to go. I'll definitely keep you up to date. After doing this 30-day detox from social media, it really has helped me and shown me that social media does not have to be scary. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, and it doesn't have to make me anxious. And if it is making me anxious, obviously I'm not using it in a way that's beneficial to me. Not saying I'm using it wrong or right, but in a way that is beneficial to me. And at this point in my life, everything needs to be beneficial to me. It needs to help me grow. It needs to help me change. It needs to help me be better. And it needs to help me in a way that I want it to help me. And that is really what I learned after doing this detox, that I can do that. I can mold it to be exactly what I need it to be for me. And it doesn't have to be what it is to somebody else, because it's my social media and it's about me. So I can make it whatever I want it to be. I mean, it seems pretty simple, but I feel like it came out very fluid, you know, like it made sense. It sounded good. And it makes me feel good to say. So I'm proud of myself for making it 30 days. One of the things I also use Instagram for is meeting people. And I know you'd be like, oh, we out here meeting people on the internet, but I am. And like just making internet friends, right? Like just making internet friends. And like sometimes, you know, you make a good friend, sometimes not a good friend, but sometimes it's possible to make a good friend and you guys come outside of the chat, you know, like it is a possible thing. But I thought that was going to be one of the major things that I missed about the app, like talking to people in messages. But it's interesting because like only a couple of people messaged me like while I was like off of the app, like not posting consistently, not putting on my stories, not posting any photos or reels or anything. And that also made me like validated my feelings, because it's like sometimes these people are just here in your life because they're here to help grow your business and nothing more. They're not your besties. They're not going to be your lifelong friends. They're just passing through your life, right? And that validated my feelings because it made me realize like I don't need to put so much stock in this. Like there are other ways to make friends and cultivate relationships and stuff like that. And there's not saying those relationships aren't real, because some of those people did message me and reach out to me while I was not on the app, but it also made me feel really good because it was just like, okay, like this is okay. Like it's okay to step away. It's okay to detox from the app. Like your life does not have to revolve around this. And that made me feel good as well. So I'm happy I did it. I had been talking about it. I think I had been talking about it like since the beginning of the year, at least with like myself and like with talking about it with myself and like, and it was on my, I think it was on my like vision board. I think it was on my vision board for the year. So I'm glad I did it and I made it through, and it really was beneficial to me. And it's helped me like be able to go back into the app and like be energized and know exactly what I want from the app, like for me. So anyway, I feel like that was just like so in depth, and it didn't need to be, but that's okay. I think it did need to be. It did need to be in depth, like for me. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoy. If you're considering doing a social media detox from any of the millions of social media apps that we have at this point, I suggest you do it. Just give yourself a time that you're going to stay away from the app. Give yourself rules and find ways to make it capable for you to do. Because at the end of the day, like you want to be able to succeed, and there's a reason why you want to take a detox. So just go ahead and do it. It's going to be good for you, I promise. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting my face down below. And if you want to see other videos of me talking about like changing my life and things that I do to change my life, I will link a playlist on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.